Ah, yes. Today we will be heading down under to take on Ty, the Tasmanian tiger. This will be a tryout Thursday requested by a viewer. So that's pretty cool. Yes, I am using Dolphin, and I don't know how to make it stop doing that. I love that splash effect, by the way, of him stepping on the puddle. Look at that.
I gotcha! Okay, Ty, I'm it. Catch me if you can. Don't move, mate. I'll get help.
Don't be afraid, Ty. I am Nandu Gilly, the Bunyip Elder.
G'day, mate.
It's time you knew the truth. Years ago, a great battle was fought over the fate of 5 mystic talismans.
I'm not sure how much of this I should show since it's just a tryout Thursday and not a full-on Let's Play.
My dinosaur ancestors were here first, you stinking furry mammal opportunists.
But I guess at least you kind of get to see his motive.
Remember the comet! No! You mammals don't deserve to be at the top of the food chain! No!
It's kind of sweet. I don't think I've ever actually watched this all the way through.
Now to restore the natural order once and for all.
Watch out.
Oh my head!
Give it up, Boss Cass.
Never, never, never!
Look at that.
Bye-bye.
That was nice. That was Sly. Not Sly Cooper, obviously, but... That's how the talismans went flying away.
Those brave few who challenged Boss Cass were trapped in the dreaming.
Mum? Dad?
Mom?
Word grows that Boss Cass is seeking out the talismans again. He must be stopped at all costs. It's up to you to find the talismans.
That is your general backstory. But that was like 3 minutes of the video. So we need to jump into this. There's going to be a lot of exposition and dialogue.
Cliffs, mate. By the way, whenever you... I've heard. Okay, if you're gonna...
Alright, let's cut through that. So I picked up retro games from GameStop, and one of the games I picked up was Ty, the Tasmanian tiger. And, like I said, a viewer said, hey, we should bring this to the channel. And I was already kind of planning on it. So what this did was give me a perfect excuse to bring Ty to the channel. Now, I do have another video planned for Ty. He's kind of on the back burner as far as Let's Plays go. I've personally already beat the game myself off camera. So, I'm not sure when I'm gonna actually sit down and do a full-fledged Let's Play this game, but let's talk about some stuff. It is a collect-a-thon style platformer. Action platformer, I would say.
Beauty, butler, bonza, I got one. Yeah.
Alright, let's go ahead and talk about that. I love Ty. He's probably one of the better mascots to come out of the early 2000s. He has such amazing catchphrases, like whatever gibberish he just hollered right there, which I think made him stand out to me as a kid. These are like our checkpoints, so when we die, you'll figure out that death to Ty is just sitting on a commode. He just had to go relieve himself. But Ty is awesome. He's got this awesome boomerang, which again I think made him really stand out, as opposed to some of the other characters that were sprawling around this genre around this time. So what you're gonna have to do, okay, jeez, you gotta, oops. I love these lizards. They look really like scared, but I don't know, they're kind of funny. So you'll have to collect thunder eggs. There's gonna be 6 thunder eggs. Let's see if I can show that off. Game info. There's 6 thunder eggs, which a majority of them will be collected from just playing through the level or doing some platforming or combat style. You're gonna have a timed attack, which you may see these is it bilbies? I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but they're in cages. They're kind of gonna be like the red coins of this game if you want to compare it to Mario. And then the 300 opals would be the equivalent of collecting 100 coins. Yeah, I think I can show off most if not all the thunder eggs for this level within the allotted time.
Oh, no.
So he's gonna tell us about them being in the cages.
Oh, yeah. No one have this. No worry unless you.
No worries. Okay.
Bodies. Oh, no one have it. No
Okay.
worry.
So we jump up and then we hit X to do this bite attack. So you can bite them in their butts. But biting is going to be how you break the cage, not your boomerang. All right. So I don't really talk to him. Oh yeah, and then there's the cogs, which we'll come back for that cog.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard about this bloke who.
So yeah, Julius will take the cogs, or Jules, will take the cogs and make us new boomerangs, which is honestly one of the cooler parts. There's so much dialogue in this first level. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna have to fight these kangaroo buds. Take that. Boom. Just give them a good biting. There's a lot of opals. There's 300 of them, so plenty of stuff to collect in this game if collecting is your thing. So you can chain up here to get this thunder egg. I don't think that mechanic is used nearly enough, which is why I think towards the end they just kind of start slapping it around because they get to the end of the game and realize they didn't use it as much as they probably could have, but it's still used. He can jump back, so that's kind of cool. Let me get all these opals. There's going to be a couple of diverting pathways, which are going to lead us to some platform challenges, which is pretty cool. But we're missing an item. There's an item we're going to have to get before we can start collecting everything and visiting everywhere. You guys will see that in 1 second. Well, I don't want to say 1 second, but you guys will see that later on in the episode. All right, so yeah, you can combo the little bites, which is really neat when you're crowded by certain stuff like the boxes or those cameras. All right, and now to pick up our first gold cog. Now he said our viewer said that. Oh, here he is.
Yes, yes. This just might do. G'day, Julius. Oh, hello, Ty.
Anyway, he's gonna tell us if we get enough of these, he'll make us some new boomerangs, which would be really cool if I can get enough to show that off. Because the boomerangs are sweet in this game. But what I was gonna say is, our viewer said that they played Tai 2 and that they wanted to see more of Tai 1. And it's been so long since I played Tai 2 that I don't want to assume that they operate the same, with the cogs making new boomerangs and the opals and the thunder eggs. So I'm kind of just going to be walking through this game like it's its own thing, with the assumption that people who are watching this have never played a Tai game, which may or may not be right. I don't know. Yeah. But I feel like I definitely played Tai 2 because I remembered so much. A lot of what I remembered of Tai didn't come up in this game. So that led me thinking that had to have been Tai 2. I'm pretty sure we can't make this jump, which you'll see how we get over there. I swear there's a lump in my throat or something. I've probably stopped to clear my throat 2 or 3 times. It just keeps coming back. Hey, birdie, I don't need any help. What? I don't even remember this guy. Got him on his butt. Yeah, we can go up here. But let's see, I might can do this. All right, good deal. But yeah, I really want to pick up Tai 2. I was saying in our little comment thread that I have Tai 2. It's actually in my Tai 1 case. So in the GameStop video, Tai didn't come with a case, but that was okay because I technically had my childhood case, and inside of it was Tai 2. And I tried playing through it, and I can't get past the little beginning scene, which is kind of annoying. I don't know why they put this out in the middle of water. There's no hazards in this water. Oh yes, this game has the best swimming animation. Look at this. I don't know, maybe that's how a tiger would actually swim. I don't know, but it just looks so silly. All right. Anyway, to all my Tai viewers out there who like Tai, there's a mini game in Super Mario Party called Home on the Ring, which is where you have to go and you have a boomerang, and so it's the switch, so you get the little motion controls, and it's like the spikies or whatever the cactus enemies in Mario are called, and you know how they're broken up into little bitty parts, circular parts. Well, you get the boomerang and you throw the boomerang, and you're able to knock them off segment by segment. And I was telling Jessica while we were playing it, they need to redo Tai on the Switch. And I just think that would be awesome with the motion controls to get either a redo, a remake, or a brand new Tai game. But these are the items I was alluding to earlier. We can now glide to get to spaces. So that's really useful. So this is going to be our first example of a... I'm pretty sure we can do this. Maybe we can't. It has been about a month since I've played. Okay, there we go. So this is going to be our first example of a diverting pathway. Which is a pretty cool aspect of Tai, you know? So we're up to 7. I think there's 10 in each level. But I'm trying to remember if I 100%ed this level on my actual playthrough, or if I stopped just short of getting all the opals. Alright, I still don't really know the use of this unless it's just to be combat orientated. If it's just to like go and beat frills to death. I really don't know. It's in a couple of spaces, but I don't think there's ever one thing where you have to be this strong to advance in the story. It might just be here to help you combat like a large number of frills, which are those lizards guys. Alright, we're up to 8, and we know where 1 is because we had to skip it in order to get Oh, what is it called? To get the gliding stuff. I don't know why that sentence just escaped me completely. Anyway, I knew about time 1 and 2, obviously. But I didn't know there was a tie 3. That was kind of a surprise that I found on Steam in my later years. Gonna have to go up here. I don't remember how to do this. Oh no. Okay. So Tie's kind of an interesting game. It definitely relies on some platforming elements, but I don't know. This era really, I think, challenged what it meant to be a platformer. Which I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I love platformers, and I'm wanting to start doing more videos over the platforming genre, which is why when they said, "Hey, you should bring Ty to the channel," I was thinking, yes, I absolutely should. I want to start highlighting these platforming games, and while I think Ty is popular, I think he gets a good bit of love from the retro community. He's in no way as big as, say, Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper. And now you guys realize where we are. That was the area we couldn't get to without the gliding ability. Now we're going to backtrack. No, we don't have to backtrack. We don't have to get it all in one go, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you'll see what I mean. Anyway, Ty is a very interesting game. As you can see, it does rely on platforming elements. They use water and then these platforms to kind of force you to traverse. Now, you don't die from the water, so it's not a particularly brutal game or anything like that, like some platformers try to be. I don't know if there's any instant deaths in this game, which I appreciate, because I've been playing some platformer games. Here's the Frill Showdown Thunder Egg. Anyway, I've been playing some platformers where the instant deaths are just brutal, man. So here's this magnet power-up, which will attract all these opals to us, which we look on pace. That's probably 300. Perfect. And I'll show you guys what we're doing with those. Alright, forget I can just hit Y to skip all this. So anyway, here's a Thunder Egg back behind another platforming challenge. They're just going to tell us there's a couple of new things we can do. But here's where you take your 300 opals. And you're gifted with a Thunder Egg. So in one go, we got 300 opals. All we're missing now is the time attack. And 8 of the cogs, which I think means I genuinely missed 1 cog. But all that stuff is back at the beginning, so we can hop out, be greeted by this amazing cutscene of that Frill just getting squashed. I love when lighthearted kids platformers just have like black humor like that. You really learn how meaningless the life of the henchmen's are. I mean, that dude was just wiped from the face of the earth, and progress was made almost simultaneously anyway. Alright, so we can hop back into this. But, you know, I'm kind of disappointed they haven't done anything with Ty. Pardon me. So it looks like we can recollect opals, though I have no intentions of doing that. I'm just here to pick up the last 2 cogs. And, oh, I almost missed the time attack. But so the time attack is generally found at the beginning of the level by doing this.
Welcome to the track. Race to the finish. The check, but miss one.
I don't remember. Oh, okay. In the later ones, you actually have to race some of the other characters, which is kind of cool. This game has a nice cast of characters. I can't say that I've... Well, let's see. I don't remember their names, but there's like a commander dude or a sergeant guy. He's pretty cool. There's just... I don't want to get the animal species wrong, because I don't remember the species, but it's this couple that are involved in a couple of them. We're just... Okay, we got there. So that's how you get the last Thunder Egg, and each level is going to have a time attack, 300 opals, and then the 5 family members that are in the cage. So that is it for Thunder Eggs. The other, how many Thunder Eggs are there per level? 7, I think. The other 4 are going to just be various platforming challenges. Looks like both cogs are right here, or was that just something else? Could have been something else entirely. No, both are right there. Alright, that does it for this first level. We'll hop into the next level just so you can see some of the level variety. Because it's got a pretty good variety. There's an ice level. Now, I will be honest, it feels like for each section they reuse some. So there's an ice level, walk in the park, and shipwrecks. Oh, okay. So shipwrecks is an underwater level almost. And by that I mean a lot of swimming. So I'll do walk in the park. Oh yeah, there's the dude. He's like a rescue ranger, I guess is what he is. It's got okay level variety. I won't say it's the best. It probably is maybe one of the weaker points of the game, but all the levels are fine in themselves. You just, sometimes there's variety lacking. Like this group of worlds doesn't have an ice world, but almost every group of levels after this will have an ice level and a beach level and a forest level. So it's not exactly like every world has different levels, but here's something cool I can show you guys. So you do that and you'll get a, let's see, where would it show that? I don't actually know where it shows that, but there's like 250 or 300 of those invisible blocks, and you will get a boomerang later, the infrared ring, that will make those visible so you can actually see them. And I don't want to spend too much time here because I think I'm coming up on about 20 minutes and there's more stuff I kind of want to show off. I may show off what a walk in the park looks like. Or no, this is a walk in the park, so Shipwrecks. Rex is the other guy's name I was trying to think of. Him and his wife are reoccurring characters. But I say that, but these levels are actually really fun to traverse. So while I think that's kind of why I think it's one of their weaker and stronger suits. It's kind of weird. The levels are really fun to play in and go platforming and collect everything. But there's not a super amount of variety. I think there's probably enough to keep you playing, but compared to probably some of the other platformers you'll play, the levels aren't really varied enough, I think. If I had to give a knock to Ty, it would probably be that, because the characters are actually really cool for a platformer. Some platformers really just don't even bother with the characters. Maybe the main character and the villain, and that's it. That's one of my knocks on the original Super Mario 64. I don't know. Mario doesn't really interact with the NPCs. There's a bunch of toads there with a bunch of dialogue, which I guess is cool. But compare it to, not a platformer, but compare it to most RPGs of the time period, or even Legend of Zelda. And NPCs are a lot more useful, maybe. I don't know. Trying to get enough of these cogs so I can show you guys, which actually I don't even think we can show off the boomerangs until we beat the first boss. But here's something I love about Ty and games of this time period, because I'm playing through a couple of platformers at the moment, and it seems like slides were still cool in the early 2000s. There's some of my favorite stars of Super Mario 64, the slides. There's about 4 star slides in Super Mario 64. And I'm playing through games that have slides in them. And I even commented on this on my ukulele Let's Play, that ukulele has an entire pagey dedicated towards a slide. And now here you'll see the level kind of opens up. The last level was pretty linear, but as you can see from this map, there's actually a couple of things for us to do. So we can go in here, we can continue down the slide, or we can jump down here. I'm gonna jump down here. You can even see one of the invisible, the box things I was talking about. Now they have these which will propel you up, which is kind of cool. There's the box again. I'm gonna jump down here. This is where the cave would come out, by the way, up there. So we can get back up a couple different ways. Drop down. This will probably be the last stuff I show off for this level. Let's grab this. We're up to 5. And I am kind of jamming everything. I'm trying to jam the entirety of the game into this little bit of time we have together. Oh, it's all the way over there? Man, depth perception threw me off there. Will you grab hold? You will not grab hold. That's okay. So we can jump. Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to exit the level and see if I can get him to make me a boomerang. He might not. He might not do it until I beat the first boss, which is sadly what I'm thinking will happen. But Shipwrecks, like I said, is a beach level, beach theme level.
Yes,
so
mate.
it's telling me I still need 9 Thunder Eggs, and then I can fight the first boss, which will then unlock the next set of worlds. And it's kind of formulaic in that way. If you've played a platformer at this time period, you'll understand how that works. You need so many of the key collectible to unlock a boss fight or unlock the next level. And like I said, one of the cool things that separates this game are the cogs that give you the different boomerangs. Because, okay, let's see. So maybe we can go straight to it.
Oh my! You've found enough golden cogs, haven't you? These will be perfect for my latest invention.
Perfect! And now you can see we need 15 more cogs to get the next one. So, are these just the longer rings? Zoomerangs, yeah. Longer rings. So these will just go a greater distance. I was gonna, if it was the fire boomerang or the freeze boomerang or, you know, any of the other ones, I was gonna hop into Shipwrecks and kind of show them off. But as you can see, just for perspective, that's how far they go, as opposed to them. So I decided I am going to hop into Shipwrecks just to show it off. There's 3 levels per group, I guess, if you will, before you fight a boss.
Welcome to the Great Barrier
So as you see, the levels are colorful and bright, and I mean, I like them. I really do like them. It's just you're going to get a beach level with about every set of worlds, and you're going to get a kind of that same foresty level that we just saw, the walk in the park. You're going to get one of those with just about every set of worlds. Which is just a little sad. That's all it is. It's not like it ruins the game or anything like that. The gameplay is still really fun. The environments are still nice. I think there's an invisible... Oh, I think it's over there on the actual... Oh, yeah, yeah. We need those to actually go swimming, pretty much. I'm pretty sure there's an invisible... Yeah, there it is. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You'll need those to actually go swimming. But that's gonna do it for this tryout Thursday. I hope this, I hope this video kind of turns you on to this game if you haven't heard of it or played it. If you're a fan of these kind of action style platformers, I highly recommend this game, and there's 3 of them. There's a lot more I wanted to talk about, but like I said, this game is on the list of games to potentially let's play in the future. But I kind of ran out of time. I wanted to talk more, but that's gonna do it. Let me know what you guys thought of this tryout. Like I said, this was a viewer recommended tryout Thursday. So if you have any recommendations and I have a way of recording it or playing it, I will probably bring it to the channel. It's just these little one-off series where I talk about the game, experience the game firsthand, or show off a game or something to that effect. So I hope you guys did enjoy this. Let me know what you guys think of either this game or this video, and recommend a game, and you'll see it on Tryout Thursday. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Share the channel with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next exciting episode of Tryout Thursday. Have a great day, everybody.